Hey friends, welcome back. I have some updates on my Breville that I just wanted to let you all in on because it's so exciting. So I bought my baby some new things. I love to accessorize. I invested in this topper cutting board, you see, that is heat proof. So it's got feet. This is what it's for. It is the exact footprint of the Breville Air Fryer Smart Oven Pro. The top gets so hot, and that's why I felt like I needed some sort of solution, and our other cutting board wasn't the right fit. Second, I got this roasting pan. I mean, I thought it was kind of a jelly roll size, but I think it's actually a little bigger. I am about to roast some veggies, so I'll let you know how that goes. I've only roasted it in this other casserole dish thing that I'm gonna show you. So yeah, I have like a little silpat mat. I don't even think it's the right size for this because it's slightly bigger, like I said. So these veggies are kind of crowded too. I hope they don't end up steaming. Yeah, I'm excited to pop that in for a side for dinner tonight for our chicken thighs. And then what else? Oh yeah, this guy. So I found this Le Creuset 9x13, but it's a shallow baking dish. Why I needed that instead of anything else, let me kind of show you, because this is, I don't know if this is a situation that a lot of people have with their baking dishes. Well, also, it's for that smart oven as well. That was kind of my intention behind it. This is what I could have used, but I don't know if you can tell, because of the size, it's kind of like rounded. It doesn't give you a lot of surface area. And what I wanted for that oven was to have something that kind of took up the full footprint of the rack with more surface space. So I got this Le Creuset. I just found this at Home Goods. So if I need to like have more of like casserole items. I know. Okay, so you're probably asking, why are you getting all these things, Jamie? It came with a roasting pan. It's little. It's very small. Maybe I can show you. I don't know. Maybe it's not that small, but I don't really like the material. I don't know. I'm picky about things. I feel like it's a little thin, and to be honest, I don't exactly know what it's made out of. I know we could look it up. I think I looked it up. I think it's not packed with the stuff that you don't want, like PFVs and PFOAs and all that stuff. But hey friends, I'm here editing, and I just had to look it up. So yes, the roasting pan that comes with the Breville Smart Oven Air Fryer Pro does have a nonstick coating that contains PTFE, polytetrafluoroethylene. While it's PFOA free, according to Breville and Best Buy, the coating does utilize PTFE for its nonstick properties. So just thought you might want to know that because I brought it up and I wanted the full story. Knowledge is power. If it fit the rack perfectly, maybe it would be another thing, but it doesn't. Let me show you. See how this actually fits inside on these, I don't know, what are they called? But this doesn't. This is too small. So why did they do that? I want something to be as wide as it is so that it just has more surface. Like, I feel like it's such wasted space. And if I put this under to catch the crumbs and the drippings of whatever's on here, I still feel like it's too small. There's stuff that could come right here. That's why I'm glad that I have this pan, because it actually does take up the whole footprint. I'm gonna put it in, even with the veggies. But yeah, and this is how it's gonna be. No, it doesn't, oh, track. That's the word I was looking for, track. So it doesn't have its own track, but it might as well because it fits, look at that. It fits perfectly. I got that on Amazon. I'll link it because I know that people are gonna want something like that if I wanted it. So I'm going to get to roasting and I'll let you know how that goes. But so far I have used toast, and you saw my example in the first video, but I've also been toasting other things and it's been perfecto. I love the way that the toast has been coming out. And I've used bagel, and again, it's doing its job. Yeah, so I air fried some pork chops the other day. It went well. It actually went better faster than I expected. I didn't realize that they would be done so quick. I think I was just kind of comparing it to my old Smart Ovens air fryer versus my other air fryer that takes like seconds. Long story short, the pork cooked way too fast, so it was a little overdone, but now I know how to kind of gauge it, and I wasn't really sure even with the recipe how long to cook. Anyway, I don't know. Everything's always an experiment, right? Oh, and then on that note, I also baked some sourdough bread with a Dutch oven in there. That was fun. So I tried to do it just the way I normally do it in the oven, warming up the Dutch oven first in like a 500-degree oven, which was surprising. Like, I read on the description for this smart oven that it does reach 500-degree temps. But if you try to bake, it only goes up to 480. Not a problem. I feel like it's a hot 480, if you know what I mean. I think the 500 is only for broil. And then I put the dough in and bake it for like 25 minutes. Typically, I lower the heat to 475. I didn't this time, but it was 480. I didn't really think there would be a big difference. And then when I take off the lid and then cook it for another 20, it was already looking pretty brown. Again, the smart oven cooked a little faster and maybe even like hotter than expected. And the top was getting pretty brown pretty fast, while the inside of the bread wasn't really quite reaching temp. Like, I think I was going for 200 at least, and I kept putting in the thermometer and not getting there. So I put the lid back on and lowered the temp, and I mean, it turned out fine, but it's all a learning experiment. And that's why hopefully you're here to kind of hear my trials and tribulations and maybe save you the time and heartache of experiencing all these things the hard way. So that being said, we'll see how these roasted veggies turn out tonight. So tonight, I think I'm gonna preheat it. Yeah, I mean, always preheat it. And I will show you the final results. I guess I'll go like for 25, 20 minutes, but I'll keep checking on it. And then it should beep when it's all done preheating. Uh-oh, it just went boom. Look, it's like warping. Is it just too hot for this pan? Dang it. Oh. Well, these are done. These still feel, I mean, it's gonna be done. The pan says it's done. It started at 425, but then I lowered it to 400 because it just seemed like it was going really fast. It's good. It still turned out good, and it's becoming normal again. I'm just gonna put it back in the oven to kind of stay warm. Okay, let's check on our veggies, shall we? Hey, the good news is the pan is not warped anymore. Pans do that. They can't withstand some heat. I'm gonna say this is a win-win. And I just have it on warm. The oven gets a little hot, okay? And I definitely experienced that when I opened it up to stir it 5, 6, 7 minutes in. It's just a different kind of roast that I'm used to than my regular oven. Maybe I should do it in the air fryer. I don't know, what do you guys all think? Is this typical results or what? Oh my gosh, these are still delicious. I'm not complaining. Well, thanks for watching. Maybe comment down below on what you would like to see next. Like if you do want to see a side-by-side comparison with my standard oven and even the air fryer. I think I might do that because I'm curious. And if I'm curious, then someone out there must be curious too. Otherwise, why are you watching? Okay. See y'all.